so I kind of watching another movie of the week, and this movie this week was Juno from 2007. So if you haven't watched it now. This is your first movie of the week. What I do is I talk about a movie here. You guys can comment below your thoughts. At the end of every video, I say the movie for next week so you can follow along. So Juno, it's not like a classic movie, but I feel like, you know, if you had to make a list of like the top 10 like classic movies from the 2000s, like this would be on the list. I thought the acting was great, and then it's kind of like this thing where it's like, you know, if you were just to see like a synopsis of this movie, you'd be like, okay, like who cares? So it's kind of like, you know, so when they're able to like make those like basic storylines, basic movies, they're able to like make them wholesome, because what I'm really talking about is how this is like a feel-good movie, which is so bizarre about like what the topic's about. And it's like one of those movies like you don't classify as like a chick flick, you know, like a lot in the 2000s there was like those Mean Girls and those type of movies. So like, do you consider like that? I mean, I am saying it's like a classic movie in 2000, so maybe you do, but it's kind of like really, what is this film? And when I think about it, like Little Miss Sunshine, like that's a feel-good movie, and that, like, I don't know, eventually we might do Little Miss Sunshine, but like that also deals with like tough topics, and like it's kind of sad too. And so that's kind of the same thing with this movie, where it's like it's one of those like feel-good movies, which I guess like it's hard, you just like know feel-good movie because it just like, it's one of those movies that are like light and comedic, but it like makes you feel something and like has those elements of sadness too. I don't know, there's probably like a better definition that we can like Google or something. But this is a feel-good movie. You know, especially when it's a movie about like this topic, and like it's like a sad topic, and they did it in such a like lighthearted and delightful way. And like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, it worked because you're gonna say Elliot Page, his character at the time, like, I was like, what's the character's name? It literally is Juno. Juno is like, the way Juno is, like that only, you know, the film worked that way because Juno is that way. I don't know what I'm saying. But I don't know, it's just like one of those like lighthearted and feel-good movies. And then Juno and like Paul, like you can really see the love there. And I feel like it's one of those films, like there's nothing really good to critique, which is like hard, because like obviously it's not perfect, or like would have won Oscars and be like the greatest film ever. It's not perfect, and it doesn't like go too hard with like the cinematography, but like it's a feel good movie, like it's special and it's like important. And I think it's important to like share feel good movies with you guys, because, you know, sometimes like we're always like looking for something else, when it's like sometimes, you know, feel good movies are the movies you like watch like every couple of years just because you want to. So this may be a short video because I really have nothing else to say. And I think, like, you know, sometimes like I think like only once in a while these videos are over 10 minutes, but a lot of times they're around like 6 or 7 minutes. And, you know, I talk about what I can talk about, but, you know, I'm not, you know, that's why it's important you guys comment so we can discuss more, because, you know, maybe you guys have problems with Juno that I'm just like not seeing. But sometimes like it doesn't always, it could be like, I don't know, this might be 3 minutes, because sometimes it's just like about like, sometimes, you know, the point of this is sometimes just like sharing movies, and like I like love watching movies and I love talking about movies, and so sometimes just like the idea of like sharing movies that like I just like want to share with people. And so like these are one of the movies, and I don't have a lot to say. So anyway, you know, let's talk about the movie for next week, which is Pride and Prejudice from 2005. So comment about Juno now and watch Pride and Prejudice for next week. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.